Well, let me ask, was everybody able to find out where their people live, the indigenous people?
Yeah.
Yes, you were able to find out where they were. Okay, good. Can people look at a map? Did you look at a map? I always ask that because I like maps. I think they're important. I think you guys need to have that connection of where we're talking about, not just somewhere in the world, specifically where in the world. And so in your presentation, if you're giving me specific areas, I like that. The second thing is the questions. We did question 1, 2, and 3, I think on, what's today? So today's Thursday? Yes. Okay, Tuesday, I think we did questions 1, 2, and 3. Yesterday, we worked on questions 4 and 5. Yes? So, who's ready to present? Or did we not work on presentations yet? No. Are we ready? Okay, take out your pieces of paper, please. Let's do that. Take out pieces of paper. Yes. Huh? It's sticky there? All right, I'll walk it up in just a minute. So, I'd like to ask you guys a couple of questions. I should see pieces of paper out. Jair, you know I asked you specifically. Luis, esto es suficiente información. Everybody should have their notes out. So let's play a round of Do You Know? Yay. So, did you know, Mirka, that the Aztec leaders ate human hearts?
Yes. I remember that because I watched them.
You did? Okay. So what do you have for me?
Did you know that only the wealthy Aztecs regularly ate meat and drank chocolate?
That's a really good. They drank chocolate. Where'd they get that chocolate milk from?
Cows.
Cows.
No, that's where they got the milk, but not the chocolate.
The cocoa beans.
Okay, I know where they got the chocolate, but what about leche?
Las vacas.
¿Tú crees que había vacas ahí?
No, dame milk.
Todavía no estaba ahí, ¿verdad? So, ¿dónde sacaron leche?
Long milk. No, ma'am.
What class is this?
Language arts.
That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to go around and I'm going to start asking some questions. I need one person per group. I know, Brandon, you were putting together your presentation. Mirka, were you putting together your presentation? I'm sorry, Emma, presentation? Declan, you had your information to bring to the group today? Can you share that with your group? Okay, thank you. Over here, we're working together. Over here, Gabby, were you creating something? Jair, quiero ver su información. Yes? Okay, so I need you guys to start your presentation. I want us to present today. And if we can't do it on the computer, that's okay. We can just do it out loud and you can answer those questions out loud. Is that okay with everybody? Can we do that? Would you guys rather go ahead and do that today? I see you, Jair. You'll be the first one I ask. Eso está bien. Brandon, yours needed to be visual because I really wanted them to see the Colombian exchange. So you're almost finished with that? Did you see Edmodo changed?
Yeah.
Okay, so did we find something that changed the civilization? Did you guys find things out that changed in the indigenous people?
Yes.
Yes, you found something that changed? Declan, did you find something that changed? Yes? Yes, that's a big part of it as well, Anna. Good job. ¿Qué más?
Now they're all making Europeans.
I like that. Okay, so tomorrow, there's key words that I'm going to talk about tomorrow. But one of the things that I want you to think about is this, okay? Just listen up. I need all your eyes up here. When we first came to the school, we had WLA, and then we had DVA, correct? But eventually, what happened? They what? They combine, correct? And so, eventually, say that again. Say it out loud so everybody can hear you.
The Indians and the Europeans combined.
Okay, how? Rachel, how did they combine? Mirka, how did they come? I'm coming back to you, Rachel. You got to give me one. Troy.
About working together?
By working together. What did they work together on? What did they work together on, Josie? Okay, no pueden estar aquí sentados sin dándome una respuesta. Me tienen que dar algo.
Making the school better.
Okay, education. Okay, what else?
Sharing our languages.
The languages was a big piece. What else did they eventually combine? Or eventually, what do you think else took place?
Their knowledge?
Their knowledge. Did they share that? Okay. What else? Rachel, I said I was going to come back to you. What else? What did your research tell you? Josie, what did your research tell you? Eventually, what happened? Eventually, what did they combine? How did they combine that?
Resources?
What? They're what kind of resources?
Like farming and all that?
They're the natural resources of the land. Okay, they share. So let me ask you this. Were the Spaniards used to eating certain types of foods? Certain types of foods? And were the indigenous people, were they used to eating certain types of food?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Did the Spaniards bring enough food to last them the whole time they were there?
No.
So eventually, what had to happen? What did the Spaniards have to do? They what? Wait a minute. The Spaniards have to keep eating. They had to live. So eventually, what did they eat?
The Indian people.
The people, the food of the indigenous people, correct? And do you think some people took some ideas and some recipes of what they ate in Spain and some of the natural resources they found in the New World to make new dishes? What else combined? We talked about food. We talked about language. We talked about their beliefs. What else? Declan, you got to give me something. What else, Rachel? What else did you find out from your research? Gabby? What else combined?
The culture.
Their land and their culture. Let's go back to the culture, okay? Guess what? Look at me. Yo soy hispana, latina, India, americana. Where did I get all this from? I'm a whole lot of people. Where did I get all this from?
Your family?
Yes, and where did they get it from?
Spain. Family.
Okay, so I do not have any family members in Spain. I have family members in Central America, in Nicaragua. And where did they come from?
They might have went to Spain and came back to see their language.
You think so? Let me ask you this. European people, do they look the way I look? No, what do they look like?
They're white.
Okay, mira, si comen tortillas, arroz y frijoles en la casa, raise your hand. Okay. So there's something that we all have in common. What do we have in common?
La comida.
The food that we eat. Where did these ideas come from? Wait, but the Spaniards weren't the only one there.
The Indians, the indigenous people.
The indigenous people and the Spaniards. And what happened? Eventually, what happened?
They combine.
Combine their food.
What else did they combine?
The race.
The recipe.
The recipe. What else did they combine?
The resources.
The resources. What else did they combine?
The cultures.
Okay, but nobody's talking about the people.
I said that. The race.
The race. So guess what? All of us that raised our hand, los Latinos, Hispanos, we are a mixture of the European, let's be specific, the Spaniards that were there, correct? And then the indigenous people, could be the Aztecs or the Incas. And do you think a 6th grade WLA girl may like a 6th grade DVA boy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It may not be you, Sydney, don't have to worry. But do you think it's possible?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened with those Spaniards? They were far away from home. Did they have their whole family with them? No, eventually, did it happen right away? No, eventually, la comida, la idioma, la cultura, las personas, all of those things started to blend. That's something that we're going to talk a little bit more about tomorrow. Today, I need you guys to be able to share with me what your answers are to those 5 questions, okay? We're talking about the ancestors. When the Spaniards landed in the New World, what did they see? What happened to those civilizations that lived there? Everybody have their piece of paper out? Okay, let's do this. Columbian Trade, are you ready to present? Okay, the Columbian Trade is getting ready to present, and what I need from you guys is answers to some of your questions. So please take out your piece of paper. I'm gonna ask you those questions and I'm gonna have you share, okay? And if you would be so kind as to kind of answer it loud enough so that Miss Moody can hear, I'd really appreciate that. Okay? Miss Holcomb, Miss Wonders, two Miss Wonders students can do those as well.
Okay.
So, there may be some there is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, they said they didn't have any,
Miss Wonders students?
yes, when we went over there for us, they didn't have any.
Well, I think they came and borrowed some computers.